What's going on, everyone? We got a teardown for you today. Today we're going to do a Umidigi G9A. So if you have one of these and you got to take it apart to fix a charging port or a screen or whatever board issue you might be having going on, we'll show you how to take it apart and how to fix what you got to fix. So this device is a little bit newer, pretty nice device. Got some good specs. And just remember, when you do work on your own device, you have the potential to damage it even more. So if you're not really confident in your skills, strongly suggest, take it to a professional and have them do it, because you could obviously damage the phone more, especially if you have important information on the phone, and it might get to the point of unrepairable, and obviously you don't want that to happen. So keep that in mind. And also, guys, if you aren't following us yet, if you could, that'd be great, because we got a ton more teardowns, ton more hard resets coming up. So would appreciate it if you could. Otherwise, let's get right into it. First thing we got to do is pop the SIM tray, but that SIM tray is already popped, so that works for us, so we can get on the next step. I always pop the SIM tray first, only because when you get to the board level and you have to pull the board out, and you always forget that it's in there, and it's like, why is it stuck, not coming out? And just out of habit, I'm like, just get it out of there first, that way I know it's gone, and I can not damage anything in the process. At least hope not to. So first thing we want to do is you want to heat up the back over here, and then we'll take the back off, and it should open up all the screws. All right, should be pretty good. And then grab your pry tool. I like this guy. Got the edges sharpened on it. Makes it a little bit easier to get underneath. You can use the plastic ones. There's really no wrong way of doing it. This is the way I like to do it, so I just want to show you guys the way that I do it. And you can see with my way, I already scratched the back cover a little bit. So plastic ones might be better. But with the heat, I mean, it starts just coming off relatively easily by itself. So I'm going to pull it off. You don't want to pull too hard. If you have to pry, then you can, but in this case, it looks like we don't have to even do that. So there's the back cover. Got that removed. And if you do plan to reuse this piece, they sell these sticky glue pieces. It's just a pain to get this off to make it more flush and more clean looking when you put it back together. But just don't use super glue. I'm not a big, every time I see a phone with super glue, I don't even want to work on it, just because it just becomes such a pain to get all that glue off. But this stuff, especially if you heat it up again, it comes off relatively easy. So just a heads up. Then we grab our handy dandy screwdriver, and we'll get some of these screws out. All right, let's double check that we got all our screws out, and that looks like we didn't miss any. I have habitually always missed one or two somewhere. But now that we got the screws out, we got to take this midframe portion off. And this will show you guys how to do that. If you're doing a screen replacement, that's obviously the next step that you have to do. What we want to do is pry underneath here and pull up, and I like to find kind of the weaker spot and kind of just slowly, jag it up. Usually it's around either the buttons or the SIM reader, or SIM slot, I should say. That's where you have the most leverage. But you just want to be careful, because this piece can easily break. So we want to get in right between the screen and the frame and just kind of push it up a little bit. Once you get at least the majority of the corners up, it'll be relatively easy just to use your hands without the pry tool. So we got most of that up, and it should just slide by itself. Feels like we're stuck on something. This, when you get to this point and you feel like you're stuck on something, I'm guessing there's might be a screw under here. So let's find out. No, it's just a heat shield. No, just need to pry a little bit harder. So there's the midframe. Comes off. Try to be a little more cautious for these videos so I don't break stuff. I'm usually a lot faster of just tearing stuff down, just because I'm usually going after a certain part, so I can be a little bit more less conservative with some of the other parts. So we get this down. Looks kind of like this. Looks like the water damage indicator is triggered, so I might have experienced some water damage. Check for screws. There's sometimes a screw or two in the charging port area. I don't see one in this one. And sometimes there's a couple in the board, and I don't see one as of yet either. So then we can unplug the connectors. And I don't want anyone to yell at me for using a metal piece or a metal screwdriver to disconnect pieces. That front camera just fell right out. There's one of the rear cameras. None of this. Man, these parts are just flying out. Actually, they're still a little bit more glued in. Battery, LCD connector, and then we have the bottom. We have the charging port connector. That's out. And that board already feels like it just wants to pop out. So let me just pop up this coax first. Usually I get the charging port out first, but this board just wants to fly out. So there's your motherboard. It's got some of that thermal paste on it, which is nice to see. And so that's done. I'll move this to the side. And we want to get the charging port. We can get this coax out of the way. Just gently pull, and it comes right off. Put that over there. Then find a nice little spot for the charging port. And that comes right off. So if you were doing just a charging port, you would just do that bottom portion. You wouldn't even bother with the top, and just take this out, put the new one in, and you'd be all set and start putting the phone back together. But since we're taking everything apart, we'll show you how that portion's done too. So that's out. And then, so what we have left is the vibration motor, the loudspeaker, the ear speaker, and the power volume flex, and the battery. So let's get a screwdriver first, because it looks a little bit better. And find a nice little pry spot for the loudspeaker. To me, it looks like it's on this side. And there you go. There's your loudspeaker. If you scratch this portion, it's okay, as long as you don't puncture it, then you're fine. So it also tends to always scratch a little bit, but there's your loudspeaker, that's out. And then we got our handy dandy ear speaker. Usually they give you a spot on where you can pry from. This one does not look like they gave us anything. No, I'm actually gonna throw a little bit of heat on it. I have a tendency to break these ear speakers really quick. I like heat. They make stuff a lot easier to come out. Just like that. Boom. There's your ear speaker. That's done. And then we have our power volume flex, since I heated that up too. This is just so thin. I have to get something that's a little bit thinner than the flathead. Get it under there and just kind of gently pry up. This piece looks very fragile. All right, so we got that portion out. Once that's up, you want to just go from the side, just kind of get in there a little bit. So get some of that glue unstuck. I know the camera auto-adjusts in a couple spots, so I do apologize if it gets blurry for a second. I'm trying to fix that setting. There you go. It's also kind of hard to take a phone apart when you got a camera right in front of you. And then we got the vibration motor and the battery. So let's get the vibration motor out first. Flathead, best way to use it. They tend to give you a spot to where to pry from on these, and it looks like it's right over here. Kind of. Oh, see, I'm gonna end up breaking it. So I pushed on it from the side and I was able to get it out. Don't really recommend doing that because you can easily break this vibration motor. And parts for these kind of phones are a little bit harder to find. So there's your vibration motor. And we got left is the battery. So let's see how good this one comes out. And they've been putting out these new battery holders to make it easier to pull them out so people don't damage them in the process. And some of them work great. Some of them are just, I can't tell the difference. I have to throw heat on it, but we'll find out. So we got this kind of spread apart. Let's try this side, see how this comes off. Oh, it's pulling pretty good. There we go. That was super easy. Not a dent on this thing. There's your battery. You need to pull this piece off if you want. And then this is your LCD connector. You don't do anything with this. It's just goes right to the LCD screen. So there you go. That is a teardown on a Umidigi G9A. So if you guys have any questions, let us drop a comment. If you want to see something specific that you want to tear down, let us know. We'll try to get that up for you. Otherwise, if you can like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, we'd appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.